Whew. Good morning, good morning. I've been cleaning. I cleaned so much at the beach. I mean, we really didn't clean. I needed to clean the oven, clean the refrigerator, clean the microwave. I mean, clean things like that before we left. We could have paid somebody to do it, but it's like my husband had to go down there to paint, so I said I might as well get off my lazy behind and do it. Uh, and not have to pay for somebody to come in and do it. And it's a good thing we did because this morning they're opening everything back up May 1st in that resort. They are outside of the city limits purposely. This is a resort it was a campground for 30 years before it turned into anything else, which came after a hurricane, and the hurricane destroyed so much stuff. And so they started building houses. Well, at that point, the law was you had to put houses on stilts from then on so that the flow of the water can go under the house and theoretically not as much destruction. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, but so now there's more houses than campground area. They have left campground for probably 100 trailers to come in, and there's probably 200 houses now, or maybe more, 300 maybe. But they are honoring all leases and rents, and starting May 1st. Ours does not open up for a rental until May 15th. But the pool will probably remain closed, which they have a gigantic pool and water park area, slides and splash zones for little ones in a lazy river and everything. That probably will not open because of social distancing. And the parks, they have 2 or 3 playgrounds for kids of all levels. And those are all closed. Basketball courts are all closed. They have the beanbag toss games and shuffleboard. That's all closed, and that's not opening back up. And then they have the beach. So it's a good thing we went down there. But that's neither here nor there. And in the middle of the night, thank goodness we came home yesterday, because in the middle of the night, my poor sister called me, and we had to take her cat, which used to be my cat. She's had it for about 19 years. I had it for 3. We're trying to remember dates. She's at least 22 plus years old, was. We think she had a stroke in the middle of the night, and we took her into an emergency vet we found open, which was half an hour down the road, 45 minutes down the road. And they took her, and we agreed to let her go. It was a sign, and so that's been hard. I went back to sleep. I got back home at 3:30, left about 1 o'clock. They did not have anybody in there. And this is a pretty busy emergency vet. But why do things like that always happen in the middle of the night? I don't know. So anyhow, all that to say, I continued cleaning my house here. We left at the spur of the moment Saturday morning. And we just had a tree removed, which I'm going to try to put pictures in. Friday afternoon. There's these 2 storms that came through last week. Our yard is a mess. Now, our yard is a natural environment purposely. We have plants available, plants on the sides, but pretty much because we're on such a steep hill. And we have plants along the water and a pathway and a little sitting area and everything. Otherwise, it's natural. But it was just, we had a lot to do, and we left at the spur of the moment Saturday. So anyhow, I came home and I continued my cleaning binge from the beach here. But now I'm done, and I feel good because everything's clean again. All that to say, let's do some journaling. I'm going to try to do 2 today, which I know what I'm going to do for 1. The first one is sod. Sod, like the grass, like the field that the lacrosse is played on. So I got out a bunch of green washi tape, and I even have green grass washi tape. So I'm trying to think. Oh, I'm really falling in love with, whoa, these glasses. I haven't had these glasses on for a couple days. Okay, I skipped all that. I'm thinking I might go backwards one day, which I don't like to do, but because this acetate is here, I really want to use it. And I think I'm just going to pull this out. And or use my, and I can put this coloring book page that has the sloths on it in my Hobonichi. Okay. So we're going to go backwards. So we need 27. And then and I think I'm going to, oh, here's green on some stickers right here. I think I'm going to just put down a bunch of green washi tape. Which might be kind of like the easy way, but oh, you know what? I needed 28 also. Oh. Let's do 28 right here. I can't exactly see where the lines are on these stickers. So, yep, poor little Phoebe went to heaven. Ugh. We both agreed, as sad as it is, it was as easy as possible for Phoebe. We think she just had a stroke, which I had a cat years and years ago. The cat before Phoebe, this cat, that's how she went too. And as hard as that is, it's easier on them. Hopefully. I don't think she was in pain. She was mad as a hornet because she hates going in the car. She scratched my sister all up, even though we had her in a towel. Because we know how she is. All right, 27. That's right? Yeah, 26, 25, 26. And, I mean, she's going to have to help me with my dog, even though she doesn't have ownership in my dog, and I don't have ownership in Phoebe. Phoebe lived with my sister way longer than she lived with me. She babysat her one time. We went to Las Vegas for one of my husband's convention things, and I went with him. And she babysat. I had 2 cats. She babysat them, and I took them both to her house. And now I don't want to get rid of the acetate feeling of this, so I'm not going to cover it all up. Maybe just a border of green. Anyhow, one of the cats ran away, which he was a rescue. Let me go get the dog. He was a rescue cat, but he was never good with people at all. Scared to death of people. And if you had been dumped somewhere in a restaurant parking lot, you'd be scared too. But he ran away. One of the times she was going to work and she opened her door, he went flying out. And I went over there and looked. She stayed home from work that day and looked for him, because we both knew how he was. But we never found him. But anyhow, Phoebe adjusted very well at my sister's house. So Phoebe has always stayed at Julie's then. She stayed there from then on. but she was both of our cats. Much more Julie's than mine. And it was good for Julie. She's single, and we tease her and call her the crazy cat lady, and she's fine with that. And she feeds the stray cats in the neighborhood. They all say, hey, there's this lady over here that gives us cat food. Come on. Because I said, what, you know, how much cat food? And she's, you know, been exposed to the virus, or had somebody in her, 2 people in her office test positive. So it's like, oh my goodness. And her time is not up until Friday. So all of that was up in the air. She protected herself. We really don't think she had it, because she was exposed on April 8th, or so they say in her office. Hopefully they're not fibbing. And, oh, it's kind of cool, except that it has been stamped. And she has not shown any signs of any of it, so. But I was freaking out because I had her in my car, and okay, of course, at 1 o'clock in the morning, I wasn't thinking, and I forgot my mask and gloves and everything, but they wouldn't let us in the vet. They told us to go in the parking lot and call them when we got there, and we did. And then once they saw what was happening and the decision my sister made, they let her go in to say goodbye, which I thought was really very sweet. And they said, you know, we're sorry you have to be in these circumstances, and that you can't be with her the whole time, and da-da-da-da-da. It's like, we get it. We get it. Okay, so there's my sod. I have to come up with the word sod somehow. This little scrap of paper will do just fine. Oh, you know what? I did have another Amy Tangerine paint set down at the beach, which I brought home. Or maybe I didn't. I may have left it there. I just put all my stuff that we decided, we have an owner's closet down there. So we decided to leave some things down there, which actually the owner's closet is full. But there were things that I realized that I wasn't using down there, and that I really didn't need. And because in the beginning, I didn't really know how to plan for this, having 2 craft rooms. But, and I bought the things that I use. I mean, there's another Stays On. There's another pair of yellow scissors down there. Yes, this would be easier with the block. But these letters do not, they're filthy. They still are filthy, Curti. Don't laugh at me. So, why use a block when you got your finger? And it works like a suction. Phew, God, this ink stinks. So, life is a little less populated with cats today. My house is clean. The beach is opening back. Well, that part is. They said private property and some public accesses will open. This is private property. Oh, I love this. This is something I've never done. Now I have 2 windows in this book. This one, which I love this. Why do I love the look of watercolor on white acrylic or white matte, whether it's gesso or whatever? I just love that. Okay. I don't know if I want to put anything else. And I don't know if that's going to come off. Might be stays on and it won't come off. Yeah. There's a little bit of ink on there already. I'm sure this was packaging. Although I do have some acetate. It could be the real deal. Okay. We're going to move forward. The next one, 28, is Lady in Red. And I don't know. Oh, here. Oh, okay. And see, I said I was going to do the Lady in Red. I was going to do the fabric dyeing, but I already did it. So, I got to think. So this will be the 29th. I did Little Red Riding Hood is what I did. And I used oh, I haven't unpacked my stuff yet. My craft supplies, they're in here, but I haven't unpacked them yet. I don't think I want to use the back of that envelope, but it needs to be covered up. This is me thinking, oh, I know. I've got some great National Geographic paper. Well, as per usual, I put the National Geographic paper somewhere special because I can't find it. I used that Citruscell stuff that I talked to you about like a month ago or so. It's really cool. I don't know what there is, and I haven't heard the real thing, the real chemical issue, how it changes. National Geographic paper only. There's something in their printing process, but I love that. So that will just block off this. And I might just let it flow into here and see if we can come up with something from this for Lady in Red. I don't know. The Lady in Red is a song. Maybe I could look up the song lyrics. Come up with something. Or I could... I know, like, we have a really famous women's basketball coach here, University of South Carolina. Oh! The next door neighbor. We met a bunch of our neighbors down at the beach for the first time. On either side of us. One has never been there when we've been there, and they were spring cleaning. They don't rent their unit, but they were spring cleaning. And they're from North Carolina. Super nice. And then on the other side of us, he has come and that's not good English, comes and goes, but he's very stealthy. I rarely see him. I saw his mom with him once, and he's a young guy. And he has the school down there is called Coastal Carolina, And it used to be, and I don't know the political issues of it, but it used to be part of University of South Carolina. It was the Myrtle Beach campus. But they have since divided, and now they are kind of like their own school. And it's called Coastal Carolina. And he is the assistant basketball coach. And he's not a kid. He has 4 daughters. But when, I guess he doesn't live in Myrtle Beach. So when he has to be there because when I've been down there, it hasn't been basketball season. Well, now it's basketball season, but of course, now we have coronavirus. So we saw him 2 nights. So when he comes into town to work, he stays at the beach. Now, whether that's a school-provided house, I don't know. And it could very well be. But super nice. He talked with my husband quite a bit. All right, I could do, I don't want to do 2 washi tape pages in a row, but Lady in Red. I'm going to go get my iPad. (1986) was the year of this song. What was The Lady in Red written about? The real-life love story of this song took a hit in the mid-90s when, that the owner or the song person had an affair with a 19-year-old nanny while his wife was recovering from a horseback riding accident. That's just something that happened. That's not what the song's about. What film is The Lady in Red in? American Psycho, Dodgeball, Baby Mama, and Working Girl. I don't think I've seen any of those. Working Girl is an old movie. I have seen that one. British-Irish songwriter Chris de Burgh. It was number 3 and 2. In the charts. 1986, The Lady in Red. Okay, what are The Lady in Red lyrics? Oh. This is what you do when you don't know what you want to do. She's wearing a red dress, and they're dancing. I know what I'm going to do. Let's get out one of these. See if we can't find a head. Yeah, some of these smaller heads. I like that one right there. And put her in a red dress. And we will just say that we had another event. And this is one of the ladies at the event. I loved her dress. How about that? We need to cut her out. My good scissors are in my other. Thing, because I was glue booking. That's a verb now. Before we left, I had a massive headache, sinus issues before we left and while we were there. But this morning I woke up, I guess, getting shocked by a pet issue. Helped my sinuses. And the weather has cleared up. All right, we could put her over here and have her red dress flowing this way. There's her ruffles of her red dress. This is all going to be abstract purposely. I did bring some books home that I want to use here on the beach. Okay. I need to cover this up though. What could we use in this box of stuff right here? That's from a Flow magazine. Or no, Daphne's Diary. I might just do that. So I guess that's not much else to report. I think I'm gonna put that down with double-sided tape so it's there. In hindsight, I shouldn't have done that, but oh well. Then, I mean, it's always something. We finally get the beach house finished, all the repairs we wanted to do. We got all that done last time. This time we got it all ready for renters. We get home and the house, the boathouse, which has our lower deck on it here, the roof is leaking. Ugh, something, always something. My husband's like, I don't want to spend a lot of money on that, but I don't want to lose, because we sit down there quite a bit, and it's a good storage place for all the water stuff. Noodles and refrigerator and smoker and chairs and kayaks and my paddleboard. I might get out on my paddleboard today. It's a little brisk this morning, but should be nice today, this afternoon. Okay. Little by little. All right, we have 28. And we're going to write on here. Why do I love this? I do. I love the loopy-loops to the point that I even bought a stamp that has the loopy-loops on it. Haven't used it yet, which is insane. But I have this book with all these loopy-loops on it. That medical book, that medical terminology book, has tons of I mean, it's all spiral bound. Whoops, that's not a pen. Let's see. Lady in red. Now, this is going to be her dress with ruffles. I like her. I love her a lot. Sounds like somebody's here. Hope not. Now, she's going to hang over back here. So let's just put something there right now. That probably will get covered up tomorrow. But for right now, we're just going to do that. Okay, lovely dress. Can you hear my stomach growling? Hope not. You know what we're going to do? We're going to give her red lipstick. And blue eyes. Now we got to draw a dress. Sorry about the dog. He's barking. I don't know if I like that. We're going to just pretend she's just ethereal. Not a mermaid, she's just ethereal. And call it like that. Although, it really isn't very, it needs kind of like a frame somehow. Maybe she needs brown hair. I can't remember if I have a brown Copic marker. Yes, I do. Let's give her a brown hair. So what have I done in this journal that I haven't ever done before? I think there's 2 ladies in this journal, or 3 maybe now. Not big on the ladies. 1, 'these ladies, if that's what you want to call them. I have done a lot of pockets, clusters. I used acetate twice, made windows. I sewed. Oh, I brought home a ladybug. In my stickers down at the beach, I found a ladybug. I brought home a ladybug. I used wood veneer. I've made, I don't think I've ever done a little bit of a tassel thingy like that. I like this. So tomorrow, 29, is crossed. Now we had cross, but crossed is different. And then the last one is cross-pollinate. Have no clue. No clue. But I love her ruffles on her dress. And tomorrow we're on this page. Or this and this. I don't know. Okay. Thanks for watching. See you all tomorrow. Bye.
Thanks very much for watching. Stay safe, stay smart, and stay kind, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.